what are you trying to teach me in this moment? Like, what am I, what is this? And things she said are not happening to you, they're happening for you, which I use a lot now with my children, and they look at me like, Mom, that's pretty great advice. So because of my experience was so amazing, and I work with a lot of sick individuals, and some of them I can't get to where I want them to be. And I thought, what a perfect relationship for our practice.
Because wellness is, it's not only physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual. And that's where CAT comes in.
Yes.
Because energetically, it changes things beyond what even we could do.
Yes. So I thought, since CAT got me to the next level, I thought of one patient, and we'll say patient X to keep her privacy. She was, and I'll refer to Dr. Orlando explaining more what her issues were. Lyme.
So she was bitten by an insect and ended up with tremors afterwards. And she had a pseudo-Lyme presentation, meaning Lyme is the great imitator, and sometimes it shows up as different disorders. So she started getting pretty severe tremors in her arm, hand, lips, and eventually her whole body. So she originally started seeing...
Yes, she started seeing me for functional medicine. At the time, they just diagnosed her with Parkinson's. And because of what I do, I like to research. I like to peel back the layers of that onion. I always like to tell clients, look, it's not because of bad luck that you got this. There's something going on in your body. It didn't just come out of nowhere. So again, we peeled back the layers to the bug bite. We did some Lyme testing, some good Lyme testing, because Lyme's very hard to find in lab work. And we found she was like through the roof for Lyme and its co-infection. So I started treating her functionally for her Lyme. And she was getting better, and she felt more positive, and things were going in the right direction. And then we kind of just hit a wall. I couldn't get her to the next spot. Dr. Orlando did start seeing her for some structural issues too.
Yeah, she injured her wrist, and what we found was while we were treating her for her wrist, her tremors were getting better. So we started using functional medicine techniques, which helped her tremors to a degree, but it was short-lived. She would get better, and then they would wax and wane. And then finally, we convinced her to see CAT.
Yes, and there are a few things that we've noticed. This was a very recent block of sessions, so we're hoping that she might sign up and do more with CAT, or we'll see the progression even getting better and better as time goes by.
Or just maintain with her.
Right.
As well.
So one thing that I saw, and then Dr. O can tell you what he saw, is that being that I spoke with her for about 2.5 years often, I noticed after maybe 1 or 2 sessions with Kat that her voice, which was very like a light whisper, very weak, trembling, which is a Parkinson-like symptom, was stronger. It had more tone to it. It was solid. It was just better.
And that change was sustained. And then she had come to me after actually I think it was the first session with Kat, and originally she would complain of tremors, and she would give them on a 0 to 10 scale, 8 or 9 out of 10. And after the first time with Kat, she found that she was able to sleep better, no tremors over the night, and they had decreased significantly. And then on subsequent sessions with Kat, we saw decreased tremors around her lips, decreased tremors in her hands, the whole body tremor was gone. So it definitely made a very big change, and there's nothing I could attribute to except for Kat, because we were doing everything else, and then all of a sudden this change was there. And that brings me to another patient that we had that had shingles. And if you're not familiar with shingles, it's the remnants of herpes zoster or chickenpox virus.
And it's painful.
It's very painful, and you have skin eruptions, and those skin eruptions then manifest later on as you start to heal as bumps that kind of stay there for a while. And I had a patient that I was treating, and she had severe shoulder pain, and she had these bumps on her arm, and we treated her all throughout the whole shingles. And then she saw Kat, and after one session with Kat, the bumps on her arms were gone, and that was astounding to me. Yeah, it was astounding to me because as a scientist, I was flabbergasted by it. So I cannot say how great it was, and I can't put it to words, and we will continue to refer people to Kat because of these amazing results.
Yes, so I guess to wrap up, we just want to, first of all, thank Kat.
Yes, absolutely.
And just to let everybody know, if you ever get the opportunity to work with her, it's going to be, hands down, such an amazing journey.
Really is.
Thank you.
Thank you.